Welcome to the Tokyo Disney Vacation Package vlog. Today I'm going to give you guys kind of a recap of my experience. This is going to be day one, Disneyland with the vacation package. I went on New Year's Eve, so I expected it to be very busy, so I booked the vacation package. And if you're looking for more tips and tricks on the vacation package, I have a full video on what to expect. I'll put the link in the description. But for now, I'm just going to tell you basically what I did on my day one at Disneyland. First, I started the day before by picking up my package. I'm staying at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel before my package starts, and I'm staying at Toy Story Hotel with my package. So the day before my package, I went over to Toy Story Hotel and I picked up all the little paper pieces because those have my park tickets. Staying at Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, I get happy entry into Disneyland. So I wanted to have my park tickets before the day of my package starting. So I already have my tickets, and I basically set up the luggage transfer on the TV, checked out on the TV, and then I went downstairs and I dropped my keys in the box, and I walked right over to Disneyland and got in line for happy entry, which is you get in the park 15 minutes early as a hotel guest. There's a separate queue for that, so we got in that queue, and then at 8:30 they started letting us in. I got in the queue at 8:10 a.m. They started letting us in at 8:30, and I ran to Beauty and the Beast. That's where most people are rope dropping. I mentioned rope dropping a lot in my last video, and somebody messaged me and asked me what that term is. So I'm just going to give you guys a real quick. If you didn't know what rope dropping is, it's when you line up at the park before it opens, and when the park opens is the rope drop, like as if you were like lined up behind a rope. Used to be a rope back in the day. Now there's no rope now, but we still use that term. So we basically are lined up waiting for the park to open. Park opens, that's rope drop, and then that's when everyone kind of runs to everything. Because there's nobody in the park yet, that's when everyone can kind of just pick and choose where they want to go. Most people are going to Beauty and the Beast or Happy Ride with Baymax. Some people are stopping for the characters or pictures because the park is really nice and empty in the morning. But I am also running to Beauty and the Beast first. I have a pass because I have the vacation package. I already have a pass for Beauty and the Beast later in the day at like 11. So I'm going to rope drop it so I can ride it twice. Also, there are a lot of details in the queue that you'll miss. Like the standby queue has like a lot of little details that you miss if you go through only the premier access. So I like to do it twice so that I can see all the cool stuff in the castle and then ride basically twice. It's a great ride. After I ride Beauty and the Beast, I always head over to La Taverne de Gaston, and because I'm on a vacation package, I get free drinks for the next 2 days. So one of my favorite drinks is Berry's Cheers. So I have to get a Berry Cheers from Gaston's Tavern, and then because it's breakfast, of course, I'm going to get the hashed potato and onion, which are tater tots, and apple caramel churro, LeFou's churro. I love the churros. After having my breakfast, I took my Berry Cheers drink and I made my way over to Monsters, Inc. When I was in line for Beauty and the Beast, I booked priority passes for Monsters, Inc. and Haunted Mansion, so I'm gonna skip the line over there. It's New Year's Eve and it's not as busy as I expected. It's crowded, it's busy, but not as busy as I expected. I do have a voucher for free popcorn with my vacation package, but all the popcorn lines are really long during the day, so I'm probably gonna wait to use it at night, but I'm kind of keeping an eye out on the lines. When I get to Monsters, Inc., the standby line is 80 minutes, so I'm glad I have the priority pass. I walked right on that ride. Monsters, Inc. is one of the rides I always book a priority pass for. It's like a game of flashlight tag, and it's unique to Tokyo Disneyland, so that's one you should always book. I have a video guide here on the channel for what passes I recommend if you haven't seen that video yet. But after riding Monsters, Inc., I wanted to grab a drink. I made my way through Tomorrowland. I went to Pan Galactic Pizza Port, but they don't take the drink voucher for whatever reason, which is fine. So I just stopped and hung out a little bit because this is like peak theme park entertainment. I love Tony. I love the whole vibe in here. Sorry, Sunny Eclipse. I think Tony's a little better. But we'll be back later for lunch. I'm going to keep moving on. I ended up seeing some characters in Tomorrowland, and Tomorrowland feels really quiet right now just because they've closed Space Mountain and they've closed Buzz Lightyear, so it's kind of quiet. There's a lot of characters out and about, though. I went over to Tomorrowland Terrace, and because it was cold, I got some hot peach tea, which was free with my voucher for the vacation package. And then I decided to get some Mickey chicken nuggets because these are amazing. They're so cute. And I love this spicy harissa sauce that they have. It's like this make a change sauce. You have to buy it, but it's so spicy and good. So I like to get the nuggets and get the sauce. Then after the sauce is burning my mouth, I got the Baymax drink, which is kiwi and muscat. And I did not know what muscat was at the time. Since then, people have told me. I have a pass for Haunted Mansion, so while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to just have my drink. And then I was watching the Happy Ride with Baymax, which is super fun to watch. I never ride because the wait time's always really long, but I like to watch it. It's kind of cool. Everyone does the little moves. So after it was my time for Haunted Mansion, I went over and got in line for that. I had a priority pass, so it was really quick to get in for that. I have to say, though, if you have ever done the Haunted Mansion holiday in California, I hate to say it, but Tokyo's is better. Did you know that they have a Haunted Mansion holiday overlay there? They have Haunted Mansion Holiday Nightmare, so it's a Nightmare Before Christmas theme. And it's very, very similar, but there are a lot of differences. And I will say the Jack animatronic in Japan is my favorite. I rode it in California, and I'd ridden it in Japan first. And when I came around the corner and I saw the tiny Jack animatronic in California, I was like, that's it. I think Tokyo's is just a little better. So if you have a chance to go out there during the holidays, check that out for sure. Not usually, it's kind of got a long wait on busy days, but not terrible. But I booked the priority pass for it. After riding Haunted Mansion, I made my way through Fantasyland and saw a bunch of characters in front of It's a Small World. I even danced with Jiminy Cricket, which was really fun. He swung me around. It was great. Then we went over to Enchanted Tale with Beauty and the Beast. We had our pass for that through the vacation package, so we already had a time reserved at 11 a.m., so we had little paper tickets to use there. So we rode a second time. And I love this ride. I could ride it all day. It's the best, so don't miss that one. Okay, I know it's stupid, but I have to point out that the bathrooms are the horse stables, and the horseshoes all have different Disney horse names. So I thought that was just a cool detail I wanted to throw in for you. We then went over to Toontown, and I had to have the Chip and Dale buns, the chipmunk butts. They are delicious. One is tomato chicken and one is sweet potato, and I loved them both. I think I like the tomato chicken more than the sweet potato. I'm usually a sweet potato person, so I really loved the tomato chicken. It was good. So definitely get the chipmunk buns if you're there. And I decided to ride Gadget's Go Coaster, and I had, with your vacation package, you sometimes get a character meet and greet, and I had booked Minnie's Style Studio at noon. And this is my third vacation package that I've done, and I always forget to do the character meet and greet. So because I was already in Toontown, I decided to ride Gadget's Go Coaster until it was my noon meet and greet time. So I rode that, and then I got in line for Minnie's Style Studio, and I was so impressed. I had no idea what to expect, but it's so themed in there. It's Minnie's Style Studio, so it's kind of like you walk in and there's a desk, and then you go through and there's a room with like fabric and bows and cute stuff, and then like the little dressmaking mannequins of Daisy, Minnie, and Clarabelle, and then there's Figaro in there. Figaro pops up. That was when I fell in love. But I did not know that Minnie was in a fun, like, unique outfit. she was all dressed up like stylish for winter. So she had like these white boots and like it was like this you see obviously but she looked so cute, so it was really nice. But I will say they have like a really strict rule about the photos. Like I'm sure it's just to like get through the line, but it says like only one photo, like one photo per group. So if there's two people, you both have to take the photo together. You can't like do single photos. It may be different if you wait in line versus the vacation package, but with the vacation package, it's just like you got one photo. What, you know, who's gonna be in that one photo? I will say that they took like 6 of me interacting with Minnie, so that's kind of cool. They didn't just take one and move on. It was just kind of like they took pictures of me with her, and then like when I was kind of meeting her, talking to her, whatever, and then then they took like a good photo of me with her. So that was cool. And I didn't feel like super rushed or anything. A lot of the characters take a lot of time with people, I'll say that. After meeting Minnie, there were more characters out in Toontown. So I met more characters. And the thing about characters is like Minnie, that you wait in line to meet Minnie in the Style Studio. Characters roaming Toontown, they don't have lines. You just kind of get around them and try to get their attention. And sometimes the crowds are big. So, you know, I've noticed that, you know, it's just kind of the characters just kind of choose people, and it's not even just the kids. They pick adults a lot of times because there are a lot of adults at Disney there, I'll say. A lot more adults without kids there than there are probably at home. So, I noticed that the characters are really good about if you like call their name or kind of wave or wait patiently, they'll come to you and pick you. And they do sign autographs. The Gachapon machines, they have capsule toy machines. There are 5 of them between the 2 parks. There are 3 of them at Disneyland. So since I was in Toontown, I went in the Toontown 5 and Dime, and I got hooked on them, but but I bought one this time. They're 500 yen each, and each machine is different, and they usually have different you know, keychains or bags or little things inside of them. This one is different snacks that you can find around the gift shops, and one of my personal favorite snacks are the Mickey waffle cookies. So I saw that was a keychain in there, so I really wanted that one. I also love the chocolate crunch, and I saw that was in there too, so I wanted those 2. Of course, I did not get those 2. I got the tomato snacks, and they are, you know, you can buy tomato snacks in the gift shop, so it's kind of cool that it's unique to Tokyo Disney, but it's not the one I wanted, but that's okay. Then we did some shopping. I really like the burger sweater. That's kind of cool. I love food stuff. And speaking of food, then we went to get another drink, another free drink. I got the lemon cheesecake drink, which is new for the Vanellope Sweet Pop world. And there was a long line. It was Huey, Dewey, and Louie's Good Time Cafe. And there was a long line for the food. And there was a cast member kind of outside. And I walked up to her just to ask her if they took the drink voucher, because I had found out that Pan Galactic didn't take it. So I just wanted to make sure before I waited in line. So I showed her the ticket, and I was like, oh, do you take this? And she's like, oh, are you just getting a drink? And I said, yeah. And she just walked me up to the counter, and I told her what drink I wanted, and they just handed it to me. So I didn't have to wait in line. So if you're going on a vacation package, might be, if you're just getting a drink, it's always worth asking the cast member if like you can just go to the counter and skip the line if you're not getting food. So I got my drink. It was terrible, and luckily it was free because I threw it away. It was disgusting. It was bad. It was disgusting. So luckily it was free. The next stop of the day is to Splash Mountain, where I am lucky enough that because my mom doesn't ride, I have 2 tickets to ride. And this is really what ate up most of the afternoon because the ride is like 12 minutes on its own. So I skipped most of the line. There's a little bit of a queue when you get to the boats, but I skipped like the 2-hour wait. So that was nice. But there's a little bit of a wait when you get up to the boats. And then the ride is like 12 minutes. So riding it twice, you know, is already kind of like eating up almost an hour. Like, I mean, riding it twice is, you know, obviously half an hour, but 24 minutes, I can do math. Just saying that by the time you get in line, out of line, you know, it eats up almost an hour. So unfortunately, I missed the parade. I already had seen the parade earlier in the week, so not a big deal, but I really wanted to ride Splash Mountain twice. It's really pretty there, and it just, everything works nice, so I like to ride it. When I got off Splash Mountain, I met some characters. This is usually a good area where I find some really cool characters. I've met Pocahontas and Miko, and then I met Miss Bunny and Thumper. And then on my way to get another drink, I saw Jack Sparrow, but the crowd around him was huge, and he was like having a good time with one little kid. So it was just, I didn't get to meet him, but I did see him. Then I decided to get another drink, so I went over to Plasma Ray's and got a melon soda. I love the Fanta melon soda, so I grabbed that, and then I looked at some of the little souvenirs that you can only get in the restaurants, and I was tempted by alien mochi, but I resisted. And I also looked at some of the medallion machines. They have like pressed pennies. They don't have pennies, obviously, but it looks like a pressed penny. Medallion. It doesn't really look like what I'd call a medallion, like the... So you can see they have these, but I really like the Plasma Ray's design in it. It's cute. So I like that there's like park specific stuff like that. After that, I decided to take my melon soda over to Pan Galactic Pizza Port because I wanted to enjoy the entertainment some more. This, again, I already said it, but this is peak theme park entertainment. You got the animatronic, you got cheesy, terrible videos. I love it. The puppetry, the wife jokes, it's great. I love it. It's perfect. The pizza, however, is not great. And I remembered I had the pizza in 2019, and I remembered I didn't like it then. But I had hoped it would be better, and it was not. But it does have little stars on it, so the stars are cute. Just the pizza's not great, but I would definitely tell you to go here and, you know, watch some of the stuff on the screen. It's funny. But after having the terrible pizza, oh, don't tell Tony, but I love the pizza at Captain Hook's. It's just a slice, but that pizza is delicious. The Pan Galactic Pizza Port pizza was not good. But don't tell Tony. So anyway, I love Tony. Tony. Then after leaving, I found more characters in Tomorrowland, and I was so excited because I finally saw Angel. I've never seen Angel, so that was really cool. I made my way over to Jungle Cruise. I like to do Jungle Cruise like when it's kind of like dusky outside, because at night it's beautiful, because there's this, like when you first go in, there's all these fireflies and it's really pretty, but then it's hard to see all the other stuff going on. So I like to go like at this time where you can see the fireflies in the trees, but you can still see all the other things around, because I love Sam. So I wanted to see Sam as well. Sam is still there, alive and well. And then the wait time wasn't that long. It was only about 15-20 minute wait, so not too terrible. And then we were cold, so we went into the tiki room because the rocks outside are heated. They were heated rocks, so we sat on the heated rocks and got warm. And while we were there, they gave us the little translator device. I have been to the tiki room so many times, and every time I go, I see the cast members handing out these little, they look like phones, but I see them handing out these things, and they never give them to me. And I've always thought, why am I not getting one? Like, I don't know. Well, this time I got one. I guess it's a translator, and I'm going to just say it's a translator, but I did read in the comments on my Instagram, someone said it's not a translator, it's closed captioning. So it just kind of has the story, like the show already kind of, it's giving me the English. The show is in Japanese, the translator is in English, but it might just be a closed captioning device. So just keep that in mind. I'm calling it a translator, but it might just be closed captioning, that you can pick the language, and there was English. That was very confusing, sorry. So this was the first time I ever understood the show. I've seen all the show all the time. It's in Japanese. I enjoy it. But this is the first time I'm like, oh, I'm reading it. I'm going, oh, okay, I understand what is happening. So that was cool. So I appreciated that. I was also freezing at this point even more. So I went to PhilharMagic. We were just looking for anywhere to stay inside and stay warm. So we went into PhilharMagic, sat inside for a while. That's all in Japanese, so that's really cool. No translator, no closed captioning for that. Hopefully you already know the Disney songs. Pinocchio had a 10-minute wait, and usually Fantasyland rides are shorter queues at the end of the day because most people are waiting for the parade. So we just kind of like almost walked on Pinocchio, and then after that we decided to go get dinner at the Queen of Hearts banquet hall, which had no wait to get in. And I had the meat patty with demi-glaze, and there was a Caesar salad, and just to kind of balance out all the sugary drinks we had. And after that, I forgot that I had booked a Thunder Mountain pass. So we went over and rode Thunder Mountain and skipped the line there. And after we got off, the parade was just starting. So we had like the perfect view because everyone sits for the parade. So people have been sitting all day in that area. And then by getting off the ride at the perfect time, we walk up behind all the people and you can see the parade great. Had a perfect view. And then just before like the last float, I made a run for Haunted Mansion because there was no wait and I wanted to ride it again. Nightmare Before Christmas, I love it. So we walked right on that with no wait. And after that, we decided we were gonna ride Pooh's Honey Hunt, but it was broke down. So we just grabbed a Barry's Cheers from Gaston's Tavern again, another free drink. And then we got our gifts for the vacation package at the Monsters Inc. store. And then I got popcorn. I got soy sauce and butter popcorn. The popcorn carts don't have lines at the end of the night like that, so I grabbed the soy sauce and butter with no wait. And then hopped on the monorail to the Toy Story Hotel. I only got the little white plain paper ticket because I only needed a one-way on the monorail that day. There's collectible designs if it's like multiple trips in a day. So I only needed one. So it was just the plain ticket. Then because I picked up my vacation package the day early, I still had to check in at the Toy Story Hotel. So I checked into the hotel, went up to the room. The luggage was already in the room waiting. And there were also these little envelopes for Happy New Year's 2025. And they had little green men alien silver medallions in them. So it was really nice that we had a little New Year's gift from the hotel waiting in the room. And that was it. That was our day. And we knew that we had Fantasy Springs the next day, so we didn't want to stay out too late. So we were, gonna, get to bed early and start our new year with Fantasy Springs. So stay tuned for a video on that. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the Tokyo Disney Resort or about the Disney vacation packages. I will see you guys next time. Bye.